I kind of bit myself a little there, but it's okay. Hey guys, what's up? Aubri Paredes here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some 5 simple ways to increase your GPA in engineering. So here's my video. Stay tuned and enjoy, guys.
So back to what I was saying. Could be us. Could be us.
Now, there is one huge key in order for these ways to work, and that is the magic word, consistency. So if you want to be successful with these methods, you have to make sure that you stay consistent. So let's just get right to it. So with this, actually talk to your professors. Now, the big key to this is office hours. Office hours are so important. And when you're first starting out engineering, it might be a little bit intimidating to go to office hours, but seriously, do not let it intimidate you. Lord! Office hours can literally save you. They're a great way to get to know your professor and learn a lot of the material. So when you go to office hours, you have to make sure that you do it right. You have to make sure you're prepared. So one of the great ways to be prepared is you get back homework, take like 5 or 10 minutes out of the day after the class, just look over the problems and then highlight the problems that you got some points taken off or the problems you got wrong. Then after you highlight the problems, go over the steps. And then when you're going over the steps, if you have questions that pop up in your mind, write the question down right next to the problem and circle it. So when you go to your professor's office hours, you pull out your little homework, bam, look at the highlighted problems, go straight to it, go through steps, and then bam, you see the circled questions, go right ahead and you ask them that. And then your conversation builds from that. I tell you, professors will be so impressed if you do this. And a lot of times, professors are very willing to help you, like give you those 2 extra points at the end of the semester for that grade that you wanted. I also know a lot of professors who are willing to give you even 5 or 6 extra points for that grade that you wanted at the end of the semester. Okay, number 4 top thing is to look over the material right after class or sometime after class. Now, I've previously heard this before, but I never really took it seriously because I was like, okay, yeah, sure it works. But when I started doing this, it made studying so much easier. It might not work for everyone, but with me, it just helps me retain the information like never before. So what I usually do is after class, I go over the problems that we did. Just take 5 or 10 minutes to go over the problems. And kind of just follow along and just think about it. Just sit there, think about why they did this, why this step is here, how they converted this and that. And it just helps so much. It has helped me cut down my study hours from instead of studying 3 hours for an exam, I'm over here I'll study 1 hour. And I still do very well and I still know the information. So that's definitely something to try. So number 3, don't be afraid to ask upperclassmen for old material or for old homework or books that they may have. Another great thing is look into starting a GroupMe and also look into starting a Dropbox account where you guys can put in all of the exams, old homeworks, old quizzes and stuff like that into that Dropbox, and then you can share it with everyone you know in your major. Now in my school, we do this for the industrial engineering department. We have a huge GroupMe of 400 and something members, and every single time there's an exam or something, someone will post on there hey, does anyone have an old exam for this class? And usually 9 times out of 10, someone will have it, and they're so willing to share it with everyone because they understand the struggle. Also, in my major, we have something that's so cool. It's called the IE Bible. So it's the Industrial Engineering Bible. And we have old exams, old homeworks, old quizzes, even old lectures. So now we have a Dropbox / Google Drive sort of thing going on where we upload exams, we upload homeworks and all the materials for a certain class. And what's great about it is that there's material from all sorts of different professors. So definitely look into that, because some upperclassmen might have other stuff saved or they just might have old materials. And if you guys don't already have that, that's a great way to make an impact at your school. Okay, so number 2, use your resources. Now, resources could be a tutoring center that your school offers for you guys for free. Resources can also be Google or Chegg, but used correctly. Like, Chegg is an amazing tool if you use it correctly. And if you don't know what Chegg is, go ahead and check it out. I really think it's a must-have for engineers. I just think because if you use it correctly, it's an amazing way to really learn a lot of topics that you might be confused about. And whereas it might take you a couple hours to try to like individually search for it and teach yourself the material, if you see a worked out problem on Chegg, it can reduce those couple hours to like 30 minutes. It allows you to do more time to study for other exams. And it's also a great way to study too. Don't just copy the stuff you see from Chegg. Actually go through the steps and think about what you're doing. Also, you know, we're college students, we're all broke AF. I totally get it. So if you cannot afford Chegg, Google is also a great resource. There's also this website. Not a lot of people know about it. It's called proofers.com. It is a site where people put up old material. It might not be your specific professor, but it may be similar related stuff so you can kind of practice beforehand. It saves lives too, so let's be honest. So last but not least, the moment we've all been waiting for here is learn how to properly study and learn how to take tests properly. So in order to perform your best, do this. Make a 5-day study plan. Again, this depends on the individual. It doesn't have to be 5 days, it could be 4 days, it could be 3 days. And you start off gradually, meaning the furthest day out, you do the less amount of studying, and then as you get in, you do the more amount of studying. So do 1 hour the 5th day, then you can bump that up. I usually do 2 hours the next day, but I usually have a cap at either 2.5 hours or 3 hours. That way you easily get like 9 hours of studying within a 5-day period, and it doesn't even feel like it. Also, when you are studying, break down your study plans. Meaning on the days that you're furthest out, start with actually trying to learn those subjects. Start with the fundamentals behind it. And then as you get closer to your exam, practice all day, every day. I take problems from the lectures, from the homework, and I write them down on a blank piece of paper, like computer paper, and I leave space so I can work them out. And then it's like I give myself a practice test basically. In the hard classes where the averages are like 50s or 40s, I started getting 90s on the exams when I adopted this. And this is probably one of the most important things I can talk about, which is why I saved it for number 1. Again, everyone's different. Try to change it to what works for you. Now, lastly, this is learning how to take exams properly. And this is going to vary for people, but for me, I like to start off with the easier questions, just because that way I can build up my confidence. Also, the first thing I like to do is write down all my givings, and I like to have them in like a controlled area where I can just see the bigger picture in front of me, but I'll write them down vertically. I don't like them horizontally because I just feel like they're all over the place. If I have them controlled, I'll just feel a little bit better about the information. My mind won't feel like it's all over the place. And then lastly, units can really help you. I forgot how to get this number. I forgot the equation to get it. But the units that I needed were there on the paper without even knowing the equation. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I wanted to keep it really nice and short, so I didn't go into as much detail as I would have liked. So I'm sorry, but if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to message me on Instagram at @obspared_, and also feel free to leave some comments down below and I will gladly reply back to you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me some feedback down below again, and I will see you guys 2 Sundays from now because I'm gonna be on my consistent-ish. So thank you for watching this, and I'll see you guys. Take care, y'all.